Hey guys, welcome back to Empty Mountain on this beautiful, feeling like spring day. We've been having sunshine out here, which has been amazing, and a little warmer. And we're working on the sauna still. I was hoping to be a little further along, but as I do, I have turned it into another art project and something that I'm trying to get comfortable with or explore is just letting things be an art project, because I don't know how to do things any different. So yesterday, the last few days, you can see I got my stacks of wood here, and I just spent a long time, just hours, setting up each board on the deck here and figuring out kind of exactly where it's going to live in the banya. And part of the reason that I've had to do that so meticulously is because I barely cut enough wood, which is what I do every time I make measurements. I'm like, okay, that's my square footage I need, and then I let Future Mike figure out how to make that work. And Future Mike's thinking maybe we should mill a little more wood and it'll take a little labor off the backside in just the planning stage. So that's a mental note that I've just been thinking about. So these guys all have a home. You can see, I won't get it all, I won't explain it all, but I've got them all labeled exactly where they're going to go, and then I have measurements exactly where they're going to go in the sauna. And I'll show you kind of why we have to do it like this. Let's take a walk, go check out the progress.
Also, side note from the cameraman, banya and sauna, they're interchangeable. They mean the same thing. Banya is a Russian word for sauna, so sometimes we throw out that word. And you might not know what that means, which would make good sense if you're not from there.
Okay, so this is my station here. So right now, these are the ones I'm installing right now. And I'll show you where we're at. Oh, and this is why I wear a headlamp all the time, because it's dark in here. Can you see okay?
Yeah.
So, okay. Part of the meticulous planning on this, if you come inside, all these live edge boards are different sizes, of course, and there's nothing standard about them. So what I decided I wanted to do is have these corners match up so that one wasn't quite a bit bigger or smaller than the other one. So I had to devise a system where I could basically wrap the trees around kind of in a circle. It's actually more complicated than that, and I'm not going to get into it because I don't even know if I could actually explain cohesively what I had to do.
What the poet behind the camera says is that, like, that's the poetry of what you're doing. It's unexplainable.
And most people will probably never have any idea how much work I put into it, but what we do feel is that it's done. And if I wouldn't have done it like this, we would feel all the jagged edges. When you walk into here, you're not going to feel that, you're not going to know that you're feeling how nice it is. That's my personal thought on it.
Yeah, you'll feel like the cohesion.
It'll just
and
fit.
Like,
it'll just make
the
sense.
unity of it, but it'll just, you won't know why.
Yeah, that's right. So anyways, all the boards that I have laid out now, I have marks in the corners where each one goes. And like I said, part of the reason is I just left myself with so little extra that I just had to make sure that every board has enough lap. Because all these undulate like this, and so you have to match the boards so that there's no gaps in there. So anyways, that's where we're at. Well, here, let's look at we can kind of see the design here too. You can see the slats on the walls that are holding the 3/4 inch air gap behind the the cladding. And I'm going to leave an inch off the floor. You can see I painted it black here so that it kind of finishes out that bottom. It's not tinfoil. But when the walls heat up, the cool air from the floor will come up the walls. And there's an air gap in the ceiling here. And it's going to exit out the ridge. And I'll have a finished board that goes on there too here in a little bit. And then for these side walls, there's no way to really integrate that into the venting system. So you can see here, I left this gap here and then painted that edge so that these walls can vent into the space. And then those two light sources up there are, that's going to be venting to the outside. So when we're done with the sauna, we'll open those vents up and then allow the heat in the room to exhaust out and then draw all the moisture out of the building to dry it out. That's where we're at. So right now I have all of these guys ready to go for the walls, and then I'll have to finish up these gables, figure out my venting solution, how to finish that, and then put that piece of trim on the top there that allows the air to escape from behind the walls. So quite a bit of work ahead, but we're getting there. These walls I'm hoping to have close to done today, and then I'll have to get those gables going, and then I think we're doing the stove, which is going up there.
Because we have a wood-fired sauna stove. So it needs a chimney.
I don't know if can you see those colors in that?
Yeah.
On the camera?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this reds and yellows in some of these boards are just...
Oh, I guess I can't see those, like, subtle reds.
Yeah, there's some reds and yellows
Here,
in
wait,
these
just
boards.
keep it there for a second and see if I can zoom in with
Yeah.
this old camera. There, you can see some of them there. Sunset colors. So pretty.
Yeah, sunset boards.
Oh, so
And we
pretty.
put them in the ceiling there so that we just have access to them. I guess maybe interestingly, I think this is interesting. So, if we look here, let's see, the floor, so there's going to be a second floor, or second level, I'll call it that sits right around here. And then the upper bench is going to sit on top of that. And the upper bench, so when we're in the sauna sitting, our seat is going to be at this level. This is how high we're going to be sitting at.
She still doesn't understand how that works.
This
But
is-
that's
this is-
fine. She doesn't need to. She'll see the method.
So this
It
is
comes along.
Finnish sauna technology that I picked up from...
Finnish as in Finland, not as in like finished product. Just as a
Yeah,
side
it's
note.
obviously not Finnish. Yeah, so this is how the Finns do it. They call it the law of... I can't say the word, but it's you want to keep your feet above the stones of the stove. So, yeah, that law is what dictated pretty much everything about this sauna. The size of it, the shape of it.
So where we're standing will not be the floor.
Correct. We will
Yeah.
never
Yeah, this
see
this will just
floor.
go away.
And really,
I mean, not go away. Just disappear.
I could probably just throw all these boards on and not care how they look, because we will never see them.
So from there down.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm not going to do that. It's going to look pretty much awesome the whole way through. There's a couple boards I had to cheat on at the very bottom, but I did make that conceit, something like that.
Concession?
Concession, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, friends, I think we've held you long enough. Thanks for following along with us. The banya is, I mean, it's just beautiful. I wish you guys could smell it in here and see it. And I can't wait to be able to fire up the wood stove in here and have a sweat. We'll see you guys on the next one.